Did I ever tell you about the time I got snowed in a log cabin?
No, really?
No?
When was this?
Wow, this was back, just about a month ago, actually. There was
Really?
while I was hunting, there was a giant avalanche that happened, so I had to quickly run, to get out of the way, and there was, conveniently a log cabin was there, so I had to break into it, though.
Was there anybody inside?
Surprisingly, no. There was nobody inside. So I was lucky enough to get in there, barricade the door before all the snow just decided to lay right next to it. So I couldn't even get out of the place. So I
must run really fast.
Yes, you don't know me quite well then.
Apparently not.
No, I was running faster than speed on something speed. I can't even pronounce the words correctly today. I'm a little bit, hung over from all the drinks that were in the log cabin.
Still? That was a month ago, you said.
Yeah, but I decided to take all of them home after I was able to break myself free. But anyway, I was scrounging around for food, and, surprisingly, there was no refrigerator in there. And I was like, what am I going to do, the entire time I'm stuck in this log cabin? So I thought, what about under the floorboards? People may put food under because, it's colder under the floor and things.
Yes, but I don't hide my food in the floor.
Well, I tried it anyway, and then as soon as I opened up the floorboards, there was some kind of a weird animal, in there, and it almost looked as if it was alive yet. I don't know. I didn't want to go near it because I was a little bit afraid that the thing was going to pop out and start going, crazy all over me and start tearing me to pieces. I was afraid of that. So I put the floorboard back on, and then I went into the bathroom because, nature calls, go figure. And for some odd reason, there was a message on the those bathroom windows that you look into yourself and say, oh, what do I look like today?
You mean a mirror?
Yes, that's called a mirror. And there was some kind of a message on there that said, if you enter this log cabin during an avalanche, I will kill you. And I was standing there going, this is getting kind of creepy.
And a little convenient.
And this is a little too convenient for me, even. I can't even think straight at the moment because I'm still trying to catch my breath from running so stinking fast. So, of course, there's no electricity in this place, so I'm sitting, just with a little, lighter that I brought along, for my
lighter
trip.
Into a log cabin.
I know, right? It wasn't exactly the smartest thing, so I tried to make sure I did not go towards the walls of the log cabin. I tried to stay in the middle of the place. So as I'm walking around, it's getting darker out, and, I can't, depict if there's a person standing in the room or not. I'm like, what is that over there? And so I walk up into it, and here it's one of those, oversized, stuffed animals that it looks as if someone, killed it before and stuffed it and put it in the room to scare the living piss out of me. And I was like, you son of a freaking bitch, why'd you freaking scare me like that? And then here I am talking to myself. I'm talking to a freaking stuffed animal.
That'd be weird if it did talk back.
I'm talking to a stuffed animal. Well, no, it looked like it because it had its mouth open and it had the claws out like that, and it was creepy. And of course, it was in the only room that seemed safe at the time, so, it was just a really rough situation. I was starting to get a little hungry, so I decided to go back to the floorboard again.
Okay.
Open it up, and
what about the animal?
The animal that was there was gone.
Oh, shit.
So I'm really freaking out at this point.
Maybe the animal was that stuffed animal you saw.
It's like, no, it can't be because it was larger than the animal that I saw underneath the floorboard. It looked as if it was only there, just for like maybe one meal. This stuffed animal was, it had at least been 13 feet tall. Something like that. So it was a creepy stuffed animal. I couldn't even describe it.
What kind of animal was it?
It looked like some kind of a bear.
A bear? Just a bear?
Some kind of a bear. I never saw one like that before. It looked all creepy looking, so I left it alone. But the animal under the floorboard was gone, and I'm really starting to freak out at this point. And I'm thinking, I really hope I can get out of this log cabin soon, even if I need to dig my way out. So, I go to the front door and I open it, and for some odd reason, the animal is behind the door. I don't know how the living hell this freaking animal got through behind the door, and I'm standing there looking at this thing. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How'd it get there? I opened the door and the thing's looking at me like, hey, I got up before you did, bitch. And I'm going, what in tarnation's wrong with you? How did you get out? And here I'm speaking total English to an animal that probably has no stinking clue what I'm even saying. So it's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and then it decides to, creep its way in front of me, and I only have maybe one shot left in my shotgun, because, I tried to shoot, an animal I was hunting, but I missed. So I'm going back. This animal's moving forward. I'm thinking, oh man, this is it. He's gonna eat me alive. And sure enough, I got my one shot and I killed it. And I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. I'll be able to have some food. I'll be able to
What kind of animal was it?
I don't know. It was some kind of coon dog.
A coon dog?
I don't know. It looked like a dog. It was as big as a dog, but it looked like a raccoon. It had.
But it looked at you like, I got out first, bitch?
Yeah, it had like those big eyes that don't really blink much.
Yeah.
And then it was looking at me as if to say, hey, I got up before you did. I figured it out before you did. And it was like making fun of me and everything.
So I shot it.
So, yes, I finally shot the thing. So I had a meal for a while. And it lasted me about a couple of days, because it was, I tried to portion it so I wouldn't eat the whole thing right away. And let me tell you, that thing tasted good.
Really? Better than buffalo wings?
Oh, yeah, 10 times better than them buffalo wings I had.
Oh, okay.
Which I enjoyed a lot, by the way. Thank you for those wings. But I was so thankful when the snow, finally started to melt, so I could get out of that log cabin. And, when I came back home up into my cave, there was that big stuffed animal up there for some reason.
What?
I don't know how the hell that thing got up in there. I mean, I walk into my cave thinking, oh, I'm home safe. And I go into the back to, just to check on everything. And somehow this big stuffed animal is standing there in the corner looking at me like, hey, I got here before you did. And I'm thinking, what's going on in this crazy town? Even though I'm not near a town, but I just decided to mumble it anyway because I was so used to living in a town before I got poor. So it was just...
Well, did you ever find out how it got into your cave?
Well, I figured, after a while that my dead cousin Tim was playing jokes on me then.
Dead cousin Tim?
Yes. He decided to take the thing and throw it up there like it was a paperweight.
How if he's dead?
Well, you see, my cousin liked to play those psychedelic type games because he liked to use the Force a lot. So I guess somehow he trained himself to do that in the afterlife, and then just out of nowhere he just threw objects everywhere, just creeping me out.
That's funny.
But, everything worked out in the end, and everything's back to normal, and here I am.
Yeah, here. Hey, is this your cave?
Oh, yeah, it's my cave right here.
Oh, it's convenient. It's right next to a highway.
No, of course.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, it was good talking to you too, man. I'll see you later.
Exactly. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.